Plan your life around your priorities and everything else will fall into place. It's a simple saying that I'm sure many of us have heard, and yet so many of us don't enact it within our day-to-day. And let's really explore kind of what it means. The idea is that, we have a wish list of stuff that we would like to do. Let's say traveling, hanging out with friends, maybe, something off of our bucket list that we've been just putting off for years and years and so forth, right? Like, because there's just not a good, quote, time, right? But the problem is that, if you don't prioritize your life, other people will essentially prioritize it for you. And what I mean by this especially is, we as humans are ever so creative. Like, whatever gaps of time we have, we've just been essentially conditioned to fill it with work, and whether that's like outright work that we get paid money for, or just stuff that we know we have to do, clean the house, go grocery shopping, do laundry, stuff like that. Like, all that stuff will always be there. All that stuff will be adding, not stress, but let's say pressure in our lives, and stuff like that, right? So, we become good at like kind of doing those aspects of life that are needed, right? And so we have to take that step back and kind of, say, hey, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it on the calendar, whatever it is, like, mark it, pin it, and it's not going away. And just, you have to essentially train others, but especially yourself, that it's okay, right? The world will go on. Nothing major bad will happen in the grand scheme of things, right? The world is millions upon millions of years old. Like, it's okay if something falls through the cracks and stuff like that. It is important to, at the end of the day, we get one life, and I know so many people that, put off stuff and then they have regrets, or, by the time they finally have the time, the money, and so forth, because they have overworked themselves, all of a sudden now they catch a disease and stuff like that, right? You hear all these anecdotes quite often, and it is rather unfortunate, right? But it does happen, to varying degrees. And so the idea is, yes, let's prioritize our life and understand that, just because we put all that stuff in, we're always going to make time for work and all this other stuff. Like, that stuff will always be bearing down on us, pressuring us to get done. And you know what? Yeah, just have faith that you'll find a way to do all that stuff in the time that you're given. But the reverse will not be true, where, in the midst of, like, if you just keep allowing that stuff to pile up and, take priority, then, the vacation you've always wanted, the concert you've always wanted to go to, whatever it may be, that stuff will fall by the wayside and never, be achieved. And that's rather unfortunate. So don't allow that to happen to yourself. Really, to the best that you can, prioritize, like, list out what you want to do and find ways to do it. Like I said, put it on the calendar, and, let it be the unmoving thing that is there, and everything else has to, work around that. And when you can do that, as difficult it may be to begin with, it really is a beautiful thing, and you will truly appreciate it that you did it. So I wish you the best of luck with that.